Going on, Roadrunner here. Just me and Zena out walking, getting our cans together, and it's another time for thoughts of the week. First off, before I start, happy belated Thanksgiving, because it's Friday that I record this. So happy belated Thanksgiving to you all, and thank you for the wishes, the Thanksgiving wishes, Mr. B. Always love chatting with you. Come on, Zena. Anyways, so somebody had asked me what a dirty kid was, and I guess I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can. Basically, a dirty kid is what we used to call the crust punks. They're still called that, but crust punks are a sub-genre, I guess you could say, a subculture of punk rock music. And when I played punk rock music out here in Lufkin years ago, along with Social Bliss and the Hates and all that, we had some, but we don't really have any anymore crust punks out here. The scene basically died off, and I guess they left because I hadn't seen any of them in so long. But basically, they're carefree. They all dress the same, really. Not all of them, but most of the ones I've known. I am friends with a couple on the road, but other than that, it's really not something I'm into. Aside from that, they also like to drink and smoke. Not all of them, but most of the ones, again, that I've met, all just alike, smoke, do drugs, and drink. And I mean, if they want to, that's fine. I'm not going to stop them, you know. Who am I to judge? But it's just not my scene, so I don't really particularly deal with that sort of thing. But more power to them, I guess. Zena, come on. Oh, restroom time. Come on, mama, let's go. Anyways, I guess they call themselves dirty kids now because they're kids on the road that like to travel, whether it's walking, hitchhiking, in a bus or a van, or on the freight train. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't consider most of them hobos. Some of them I do. They actually do follow the original code. Come on, hey, come on. They actually do follow the original culture and such. But with that being said, in my opinion, it's completely different between being a hobo and being a dirty. Now, I wanted to say this now. Basically, I don't know if you say it was an offer, but I'm working for my mother again at the rink, and so we're probably going to be out here for a lot longer than I expected. So I'll basically be working for her on the weekends and collecting cans on my days off, as well as copper and whatnot. And so I'll be out here for a while. Not going to stop making videos, that's for sure. But Crazy Coot is on his way out here. He told me he was taking a westbound. I asked him where, but he was offline when I asked, so I didn't get that answer. So that means hopefully he'll be here within the next couple of days. I hope. So he's going to try to get to Shreveport, and then, I don't know, either he's going to take a freight train from Shreveport down here, or he's going to take a bus. I prefer he take a bus, because I think it'd be a lot easier for him to do that and not get in trouble, and me have to watch his dog. Oh, to be honest, I don't think that's a bad idea to watch his dog. I love Bandit to death. I just don't want my bad. I don't want Crazy Cooter getting in trouble. That's my point. Come on, Zena. But basically, we're gonna be working, trying to do what we can, and I don't know. I didn't really think we were going to be out here any longer, but it's whatever. You know, I don't mind stopping and taking a longer break, if you could put it like that. And to be honest, I love being able to see my nephew and getting to drive around with my mother and stuff like that. But anyways, let's see what else we got. Well, Zena, come on this way. Zena, come on this way. Anyways, but it's simple. Thanksgiving was pretty interesting. You know, we had Chris, we had my brother over, and it was okay. You know, it's not as exciting as it used to be, but I guess as you get older, a lot of shit really doesn't get exciting like it used to be, especially Christmas. You know, don't tell this to Zena. She's not listening, but I'm getting her and the other pups the biggest cookies I could find for them, dog-related cookies. So, anyways, I had a little fight going on, not fight, but this little, I guess say drama on this website called Squat the Planet. I was wanting to go, when we left, I was wanting to do a original Bendo like I did in that last video, but apparently to a lot of these kids, and the thing is, Squat the Planet is like a dirty kid crust punk website, you know, that deals a lot with traveling, but you can tell just by looking at the website that it caters to the punk rock, crust punk, dirty kids, which again, there's no problem with that, and I do like the website, you know, it's really cool. Matter of fact, one of my subscribers, Quad A, is on there, and Hobo Mud, I found Hobo Mud on that website too. But I got into a little argument with somebody because they thought that, or not just somebody, quite a few people. Zena, slow down. Hey! Slow down, okay? Anyways, they thought carrying a Bendo was impractical, and having 3 dogs was not practical, and I was apparently doing shit wrong, and then I got called green, which, for those who don't know, being called green, especially when you've been on the road for so many years, is disrespectful, you know, especially if that person doesn't even know you. You know, being green's one thing when you first start off in a culture like this, or, you know, whatever, but to be called green and be on the road for so many years, come on, you know, that it's a disrespectful kind of thing, in my opinion at least. I could be wrong, but it's whatever. So that was a little interesting to do, but most of the people on there are pretty cool, and I got to chat with some people. I sent a message to Mud, but I don't think he got it yet. Last time he was on was back in July of this year. It tells you when they're last seen, but hopefully he'll be able to get a hold of me. But I just keep rambling and rambling. I keep walking down the same path every day to Gaslight District just to go get cans. There's a can right over there I'm gonna go grab before we leave here. And you know, the one thing I wish that they would do here in Texas, if they do this in Texas, this would make me stay a lot longer. The bottling tax, the tax bottles, whatever you want to call them. Basically, if you look on like beer bottles and water bottles, for example, even cans, they have a little thing on the side of it that they'll say like Iowa, Oregon, Cali, like Oregon and California, for example. Most of the beer bottles I find when I'm dumpster diving say 10 cents. Basically what it is, if you go to these shopping centers or whatever place would take them, they would pay you 10 cents or 5 cents, depending on what state you're in, a bottle. But they can't do it in a state that doesn't have that law passed. And so I looked up recently, a couple weeks ago, on why Texas hasn't done it. And apparently they were trying to get it passed here just about a year or two ago, but supposedly it would destroy the infrastructure of recycling or something like that we already have. And to be honest, it's just bullshit. It really is. And what makes it even worse in like cities like San Francisco, for example, I was reading reports where the city was trying to shut down a lot of recycling centers that do the bottle thing, where they pay you for it, because of the fact that people were going through dumpsters and blue bins and stuff like that to get those bottles and whatever else they needed. And I understand the whole private property thing, especially with the blue bins, but as far as I'm concerned, if it's on the curb and it's not near your house, or if it's in a dumpster, as far as I'm concerned, that's free game. Oh, hi, Zena. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I really think Texas needs to hurry up and pass it, because I'd be making a lot more money doing that out here than I would anything else, especially collecting cans, because prices for cans are just fucking down lately. So that's not helpful either. But what makes it even worse right now is I'm possibly going to lose my YouTube channel due to this whole COPPA thing. YouTube got fined $40,000 because supposedly, now this is bullshit, because really they didn't explain through the whole thing, but basically COPPA is supposed to prevent people from gaining information on underage kids, specifically 13 and under. Now, here's my thing. If you're going to have a YouTube channel, I don't think you need to be an underage kid. I truly think kids, unless they have parents' consent and they go through YouTube with that, which I think is possible, then you don't need to be on YouTube, especially if you're trying to create videos. Because believe me, I could be scrolling through videos. Like, somebody brought it to my attention last year that there's a thing where teenagers and kids, especially preteen kids, go out and do these videos where they're like taking baths and showers. It's called a morning routine or an afternoon routine. And I couldn't believe it. You know, I looked it up, and sure enough, there was one that this girl, she had been about 8 or 9 years old, was doing it, and she did not have a towel on, and I got off the video. And I reported it, and luckily it got took down. You know, YouTube took it down. But that's my problem, is these kids do these videos, and then it's like the rest of us YouTubers who actually try to make decent content get in trouble for that shit. Because of the fact, here's the thing, this goes back to what I just said earlier. YouTube got fined $40,000 because these kids now have access to being able to make, come on Zena, hey, being able to make accounts and such. And to make an account, you gotta have your information put in, right? And I don't think there's even an age limit really on them being able to have a Google account, which you need to have to make a YouTube account, okay? So because of that, now YouTube's trying to get rid, I mean, they got rid about a month or two ago, 17,000 YouTube channels that weren't making them money, right? And with that being said, they're trying to get rid of a lot more. And because I don't monetize my videos, because I don't feel the need to do so, that's going to kind of kill it, because I love doing YouTube. But if YouTube's threatening to take our channels down, then the only thing I can see viable is I'm going to download all my big YouTube videos. Like the ones I did on Stove's Death, the ones where I did the EDC gear, anything that I feel is viable to put on another platform, whichever one I can find. Zena, hey, slow down. Then I'm gonna do that. But it's gonna suck because I've got so much videos up that I don't know. It kind of pisses me off, really. Because I feel like really it's just an attack not only on YouTubers, but the internet in general. website, not website, but this lady who did bakery, right? And if you put in your information on her website, come on, then you would get a free cookie for your birthday, right? You had to put in your birthday and whatnot, and she would send you a free cookie in the mail, or whatever it was. Well, COPPA got a hold of that and fined her a substantial amount of money. I don't remember how much, but it's more than I would make in a year. And I was like, that's bullshit. Oh yes, government. Yes, COPPA, thank you for saving us from a granny giving away free cookies on people's birthdays. How much bullshit do you need in your life? But to counter that, I decided I'm gonna start doing the podcast. And it's going to be on an app called Anchor. I'm trying to get it all settled down. I'm trying to get it all set up and such. I haven't really come up with an actual name to use yet. So far, I've come up with On the Road with Roadrunner, which I like, but I don't know. I really want to know what everybody else thinks of a name. I think it would be pretty cool. But anyways, finally made Gaslight. So we're going to go ahead and start collecting cans and see y'all in the next video.